Okay, well, we've probably got a painful stream to look forward to. Because we're building a starship. I haven't really had much luck building starships. Let alone planes. Planes, I only build ships and submarines, that's what I do. Planes I haven't had much luck with. Starships I've never really even tried. I've built a satellite. It's pretty bad, but it did the job. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. I'll just open that up. We'll get Holy Chalion or something. Hallelujah. Oh, it's so bright. But yeah, the designs are up next to me. These are the ones I'm going to be looking at. Actually, you know what would help? If I moved them to a tab on my opposite screen, rather than the screen where I have chat and all that. Let's grab this. I came across a really nice one. It's the dark picture of the white ship. That one actually tells me of where to put some armaments. We're not going to do the boarding hatch ramp. Why the fuck would we do that? That's just rough. And useless. Cool! It could be done, because all it is a piston with another piston into a spin block, which isn't that hard to fucking use. Oh, we got them all there. Is that all the ones I'm using for that? Yeah. And also the white picture with the black schematics is really helpful for seeing clearly what the guns look like. I don't know if we'll do this. I need to get used to using decorations, so we might make the spiky jabby bits. So most of the propulsion is going to be the 4 unsun engines, which are the outside parts. If the bits that stick out on the ship. But the first things first is we're going to need to get the scale of it proper. Oh, don't mind me, this is my bunker. Tightly packed, this bunker. My wondrous bunker. Okay, well. The scale of it, I don't think it's going to be any bigger than the Bismarck I created a while ago. It's not a very good Bismarck, but it's probably going to be about 500,000. There are going to be some APS turrets by the looks of it, but I don't know how crazy I'm going to be with them. Some of them are just circles with a little gun sticking out the top that goes up and down, which is quite easy to make. We'll just make us really simple direct input APS that just spins around, because the whole thing isn't going to be based about the APS. We all already know that. The main thing about the XGP were the missile launchers and the grappler arms, but we're not making grappler arms because collision in this game is dog poo. And if you'll get, and it's hard to get enough to get that close. Then again, we could build a grappler arm to put a gun on top of it, because that's basically something like what this game's like, which is simply gonna be a 2-point turret, arm, and then gun, so then it'll turn and face it. Won't look right. I feel like check with the AI. So I'm thinking either a radar or a camera for the nose, because obviously it's got the circle on the front. We could also do an infrared camera gimbal or a laser rangefinder. But the main form is going to be the sonars, because in the anime they use cameras shot out of the spine of the ship at the top and the bottom, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So about 10 buoy cameras. And they're just simply going to be buoys with regulators, with ejectors on the bottom to fling them out. And then they're just going to fall all over the place. It's mostly going to be ion. I don't know how I'm going to make it move when it's out of atmosphere, but I know on the nose there are the pitching thrusters and the roll thrusters, which we can simply do as ion, because on the bottom of the Unsun engines there are the rudders, so we can use that for roll and pitch, because there's 4 of them, so we have the axis covered. I kind of want it to have a warp drive on it, just because it's got the sub-ether engine, which is the big, long gold bit at the back with the spikes. That spins up and then just makes you go to light speed. We could make it have a warp drive. I've never really used the warp drive because it's so weird. So, I mean, I don't know if we want it to be heavy. We'll build it all out of metal first. If it's too heavy to fly, we'll just swap it all into alloy. But it's more of a case of getting the length through. Because this thing's going to be big. I think I kind of want to get my Bismarck down for size, because it's going to be basically as long as my Bismarck. And I don't want it to end up like when we were doing the Super Submarine Dreadnought last year, where I made it way too big. So we're just going to spawn. You just spawn Zeppelin in. Where's Biz? Am I blind? No, it's in this one. So it's going to be about that length. Kind of, maybe. It might be a bit longer. So I'm just going to make it long first. So obviously it branches back at a set spot. Very steeply though. And then it starts moving out. Obviously we're going to resize it. I did think of doing it in large missiles first, but I don't think large missiles are going to work. So probably going to have to stick with medium missiles. I think the nose is too sharp. I'm not going to do any of the slopes in for a bit because I want to get it at least somewhat right. No. Somewhat right. That's being the quote for this. Well, I'm just going to be goofing winging it mostly. I'm not going to be making it to scale because it did give me a scale, but it just seems too small for what we're trying to do. What was the scale it said it was going to be? 72 meters long, 21 meters wide, 16 meters high. I mean, it's already that long and already wider. It would be tiny if we made it to the scale that the image says here. Oh, Chalian, this is looking a bit phallic. The back bits are a bit longer, I'd say. Oh, it wouldn't be Chalian without some form of penis going on, eh? I think it's because the front is meant to be longer. But if we get the basic outline first, then we can decide where to go from there. But for the moment, it's gonna look pretty fucking phallic. I kind of wish I had a top-down view. Let me find a picture with a top-down view. So I got a load of side views, but I haven't got straight top-down or straight bottom view. XGP15A2 images. Oh, that's a good enough picture. No. My penis, it dropped to the floor. That's a bit more like it. I don't know if it's big enough though, because it's meant to have, I don't know how many missile launchers it's meant to have on the side, but I feel like we need to expand it out a little bit more, make it a bit bigger. Oh yeah, definitely, because let me just put a tractor beam underneath here just so I can pull the Bismarck closer. Yeah, we can stand to make it bigger. I'm using the Bismarck as an example, so that way it's not going to cost any more than 500,000. Hopefully! There is a lot of missiles, but this thing's got a lot of guns on it. So we can stand to make it a wee bit longer. We can start back here. It does look like it just stays uniform from this new picture I'm looking at, but it just seems like in the anime it changes size quite a bit. Oops, no challenge. It's a bit steeper than that. Maybe a bit steeper than that. There isn't really anything at the back bit here. No. I am not too sure. It looks like it's meant to be thinner back here and thicker at the front. Penis. We can afford to roll this back a bit further and then make it sharper. The bit down there was by 1, this is gonna be by 2, I guess. Bring it in. Too thick. I think we can stand to bring it in further back here. This little bit in here needs to be longer. But this is the kind of idea we want. We want it to come out to about here. Yeah, about here. That's better. I'm kind of glad this time I'm using another ship as a size reference. Because in the end, the XGP isn't meant to be this big. It does seem that way in the anime, but I don't think it's really that big. No, it actually does come off that fucking big in the anime. Fuck. I'm just remembering the spaceport episodes. We're not going to do anything very fluffy on the inside, always be here all year. Because, that'd be a lot of shit to do. Just trying to get the scale kind of right, because otherwise it'll end up looking like it's got a really floppy nose compared to the image I've got to the side of me. Because it slowly goes off, and in the end it's meant to just have a radar on the front or something like that. Because obviously this bit here, I think, isn't going to be that thick compared to the center. The center is where obviously all the shit's going to be, but it looks like the wings, which is this bit, come out probably only to, from the size of it, it'd be only a little bit. We might be able to get away with 2 blocks thick. I don't think we'd be able to get away with 2 blocks thick, though. 1 block thick, definitely. And then that would be fine, because then it'd be enough for the, what was it, 5 mediums at the front, 3 mediums at the side. And the nose is meant to have 5 nozzles. 4 nozzles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it could be done like this. Just gonna add in a bit of girth. Now we're gonna put this on. I need another angle now. Oh no, that one up there is a good angle. Doesn't look like it gets any more wider. So we could probably get away with maybe going one wider when we get to here. Because then it just gets taller instead. The bottom bit remains smaller. The top bit gets a little bit taller, probably like that tall. So it'll slope up to maybe about here. And then it slopes back down a little, and back up again into the engines. Which will be one unsunned engine be there. Actually, we should do the rear bit for the engines. It cuts off dramatically about there into the other stuff. I'd say probably about that much. And then let me get another picture up. It will also have, does it swept back slightly? It sweeps back very slightly. I would say the unsun engines start just about behind the front wing. Which is here. So the engine will start about here. And then the sub-ether drive chamber start like a little bit bulbous, and then the rest we're doing on a spin block, kind of. No, it's just like it goes more like this. It doesn't go inwards. It's just the angle from the thing looks a bit weird. There's a ring that goes around just behind the unsun wings. Do them a little bit thicker when we get to it, but that'll be the ring. This will be the I don't even know what it's called. I'm just calling it the sub-ether terminal cavity. Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself here. It could stand to be a little bit longer. But we can just prefab, grab that, move it a block, and then add the extra blocks in the middle. Because it looks like the middle bit just isn't long enough to the scale. Because in the end, we're taking out one of the bits here and replacing them with a medium missile launcher. It doesn't look like it curves at all on the wings, so it might just be straight flat. I have seen that the other ones, they might just be like slightly. So that doing it like that just makes it look like that anyway, so that kind of fixes the thing I'm talking about. Now it's whether or not I want to leave it like that. We could make it become thicker here, so it'll be sloped off slightly. But right now, that's fine enough for the missile launchers. Yeah, I put the in-game music on because I just want to see what it's like, because it's been a while since I heard it. But we'll probably switch to one of my playlists in a little bit. This bit will eventually be sloped off into a curve. This box has just given me some form of space to work with. We'll cut out the middle bit at some point just so it's flat-ish along the bottom, so we have more vertical space to work with. So it doesn't really look like it slopes very quickly. It's just like a little bit. And then towards the middle bit it slopes up for where the deck is. So about there is when it slopes up proper. Just a light slope. So we'll probably do it like... and it caps off at the middle of it. Well, just before it, so like literally here is where it will cap off. Something like that. Something like that. Whereas the bottom end doesn't really change out. It just has the where the bottom bit where the grappler arms are. So it's like a W going on. Which we can put in once we've got the basic shape down. So for now, this is just gonna act like the main hull. But we can easily extend out the side bit. And the inner bit if we needed, and the front bit if we wanted. That's why I'm not putting any slopes in, so we can just do it on the fly. But it kind of helps having the Bismarck here as well, because you don't want it any bigger than that. Because then we're starting to get into the point where it's just too big. And it's just a waste of points. We still need it to be valid in from the depths for use. So it stays like that by the looks. It jumps up a little bit, then it just flattens off to the back, and then it jumps up again for when it reaches here. But it follows the same sort of look. It needs to be level. Three, four. Kind of like that. And then it also follows the same underneath, like it'll be about the same thickness as this bit up here. It looks like the bottom part also does the same. I can't really tell because it has the turret, but it also has more underside girth because of the grappler arms. But I don't think it domes off as harshly. I think we need to move this bit further back, but it's kind of that sort of idea. Didn't I just do it like that? Yeah. Fucking Italian. Something maybe like that. Oops. Depth perception. Rip. So, I mean, thickness-wise, it's not as thick as the Bismarck. But that's kind of maybe the shape we're going for. Obviously, it'd be about here where they connect to each other, maybe. Three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Obviously, these are the generators, I think, for the Unsun engines. I'm not sure of the anatomy of the ship. These could be the crew quarters for all we know. Because there are crew quarters. And storage bays and all that crap. Obviously, if we're going to do it to scale, it would be absolutely mental. Because the thing's like a bloody TARDIS. Just so it matches up with the bridge a bit better. It's a bit fat. I think we need to make it longer. Which is fine, because we do want it to be longer. So the idea is we're going to prefab cut this. And then just bring it forward. And then prefab the cut in again. Because right now it looks very stumpy. Yeah. Just in case we end up cutting the wrong bit off. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's because it's got more blocks in here. So we're going to have to do it the slower-ish way. Obviously this is going to take a while to build. I don't expect it to be done in one sitting, to be honest. Because it's going to be like something I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to build proper. Bearing in mind I can make this the length of the Bismarck. No bigger than the Bismarck though, otherwise it's just going to look fucking terrifyingly bad. And it's probably going to lag the game to death. Now, this is a wonderful bit that I can actually, because originally it was like, what, back here? I mean, if we do it full length. Probably be something more like that, but we'd also need to stretch out. No, I don't think we need to stretch anything out. It's just a case of getting it the right sort of length, because originally it was there and it looked a bit too small there. Let me just scroll down this picture a little bit, it's giving me a better sort of readout. I think it's just because the front bit is just too wide. And the slope on this bit isn't sloped enough. Which we can fix. I've actually got a perfect top-down view here. That's quite fucking helpful, to be honest. I just noticed the Unsun engines aren't sloped back. It's sloped forward, kind of. Who fucking knew? So we had it like that. But in this, it's weird, because the picture doesn't seem consistent. It's like in one picture, it's stubby. Next picture, it's streamlined. And another picture, it's not. It's like, in one picture, the wing, the front wing, is fatter than the back. But in another picture, the top down, they're meant to be equal length. So how much more do we need to set them out? One, two, three, four. Oh. One, two, three, four. Now we got to do the same. Oh, bugger. Do the same for the other bit. Oops. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, three, four. One, two, three, four, five, 6. 1, 2. Get rid of this so it's not confusing me. One, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Now, the length of that back bit isn't so much by the looks of it, so we could probably get away with what it's set at the moment. Also, I need to set the engines right. About there is when they set off. It's just because there's a lot more girth back here, and then it smooths inwards to give it a swept forward look, but it isn't actually swept forward. So like that. kind of, but it's more forward. And the gap between this bit isn't really even that big, but we'll leave it a little bit. Yeah, may as well just take the sub-ether terminal off. Even then, I don't think it's that much thicker. So we could probably get away with, like, that. What time do they escape? They're still here. Oh dear. You meant to be going in a minute? So there's a substantial gap. There's even a... Curse this blurry ass picture. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go get the source material and see it. Actually, no, isn't it right next to me this whole time? Can I use this? Can I use this special? Oh, you know what helped? If I use this. This might even have it. Have what I'm looking for. I need to break the spine of it though. Otherwise it's just going to keep folding inwards. Where is this XGP? Suzuka, Fred Lowe, Hilda, Clyde, Dougals, Deontons, Khan, Azunko, Shimi, Tokibira, I don't care about these guys, Hanyo, Amushi, Star Pictures, oh there's a, that's not really the outlaw stuff. All these lovely picturesque pictures. It's actually pretty beautiful. I mean, look at this shit. Look at this shit right here. Look at that. I can't really even fucking see it, but whatever. That's Hayfong, isn't it? Yeah, we're on Hayfong. Mayfong. Was it Hayfong or Mayfong? I can't remember. Fucking hell. Arena. Ah, here we go. Oh, you fair enough, Jonathan. It's right there. Man, it's in much more high definition, but it's not giving me. Ooh, it's got a little armor shield, arm bits. Where was my finger pointing to? Yeah, in the corner. Can't really even fucking see that either, but I can see what I'm seeing. Ah, that's what I'm after. Okay, let me just break the spine quick. Actually, wouldn't that just be enough to break it there? No, no. Landing bits, nice. And these sub-ether bits go inwards? I didn't know that. It all shrinks into itself. That makes sense. Maybe it should do that. I'm not making that though, that just sounds like complete chaos. There you go. That's actually a much better image. Oh, thank God I got this special edition Blu-ray copy of the anime of the ship that I'm fucking making that's got the piece of paper that I frickin' need. Oh man, I need my glasses for this shit. I don't have proper glasses though. I need to get my eyes tested soon or something. Man, it's even got a front view here. That's great. Man, it's a chunky fat boy. So yeah, the wings do curve inwards. In fact, all of it does. It's like a weird plus sign thing. Sorry, I'm just getting some good looks at what I can work with. And I need to find a place to put it as well. Oh, actually no, that works quite well. That's even got a bit of light on it. Oh, this is the perfect setup. Where's Carl? He should be laughing at me fucking this up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not right. Am I even counting the top bit right? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Son of a bitch. Wait, what even length is it? 2. 1, 2. 3, 2. I think I've bodged something here. Because they're meant to be equal on all. No, it isn't. Those ones are out further to the sides. These two are small, more spunked up together. So we can just eyeball it, and just say, yeah, that's close enough. Obviously, there's a slight gap. About here, I'd say. What? 1, 2. And then a 2. 1, 2. No, not Alt Tab. 1, 2. Okay, let's get that prefab out again. Ooh! But this picture right here is perfect for what I need. It's just a simple top-down view. But now we just got to get this into the right spot. So here I thought it was just too stumpy. We need to change the front again, because it needs to be even further sloped back. And then it drops off to that bit, the back of the bit, quicker. But right now I'm just eyeballing it. Because the whole nose needs to be longer and less stumpy. I'm trying to eyeball where how much of a gap there is. I'm gonna say maybe about here for now. Ah! So this whole bit needs to be less sloped and longer. Thank goodness for this random picture that I just so happen to have for my limited edition copy. Oh my goodness. You don't even know how useful this is. Let me just take the top off this, because it's bothering me. How are we doing on time? It's 4:30. I've got about 2.5 hours before I need to go. Okay, this bit doesn't squeeze out this quickly. It actually squeezes out like from the back bit. Something more like that, and then into it goes. Yeah, that's a bit better. It's not straight. It does start curving in basically almost instantly. So we're going to do it like this. And then just see what that looks like from the top. It's almost too girthy. And then it increases slightly. No, it carries on the same, then when it gets close enough, it then dips inwards, giving it a rounded look. It kind of helped if we had the nose at the right sort of length. Just cut this bit up. Okay, get rid of this bit because this bit's all wrong now. Gets a bit thicker, the middle bit. Oh my god, fucking Jonathan. So the wing bit isn't as girthy as the whole middle, but it also slopes in slowly. Might even slope in a bit quicker than that, I'm not sure.